Hello everyone, and welcome back to United Red Devil TV. And coming up with our deadline day transfer news and rumours show. I've only decided to do the one video later tonight because I was a little bit busy today. But without further ado, we'll crack in with the news and rumours, and starting with Ivan Toney. According to the Mirror on Thursday night, Ivan Toney is keen to make a move from Brentford before the transfer window closes. However, the report goes on to claim that he has not had the Premier League offers he wanted, while Saudi club Al Ali are also making him sweat on their £300,000 a week move. Report from Slow Sports News says both Chelsea and Juventus are still in the race for Jadon Sancho. Manchester Evening News Sport reported earlier this week that talks have begun with Juventus after the attacker was left out of Saturday's squad against Brighton. Sky says Sancho prefers Chelsea over Juventus, albeit the touring club are doing what they can to try and get a loan deal over the line. The Blues are willing to being Sancho. That's probably meant to say bring in Sancho permanently. It adds, but I do believe it's potentially a loan deal with an obligation to buy dirt cheap. Manchester Evening News Sport can reveal United are still debating whether to make a last gasp move for Raheem Sterling amid his exile from Chelsea's first team. Initial talks on Tuesday have not progressed any further, though Jadon Sancho could be part of a swap deal, albeit discussions with Juventus began this week. Sterling is expected to move before tonight's 11 p.m. deadline, having been banished from training. The England international, who has played for Liverpool and Manchester City, grew up supporting Manchester United. Raheem Sterling will be a huge talking point between now and 11 p.m, but will a return to Manchester play out for the former City forward? United are still milling over a deadline day spook for Sterling. The Manchester Evening News understands Ineos had held exploratory discussions with Chelsea about Sterling this week with a view to Jadon Sancho potentially heading in the opposite direction. More on that as it follows. Reece Bennett has completed his loan switch to Fleetwood, a done deal to catch up on this morning. Youngster Reece Bennett has rubber stamped his loan move to Fleetwood Town and will spend this season with the League Two side, gaining valuable experience. And Fleetwood with a post says he definitely suits red at Manchester United. Onward together. The done deal so far this summer for United. Manuel Ugarte is expected to be announced by United imminently to become their fifth marquee signing this summer. Here's a look back at other business Ineos have struck up in and out. Incomings: Mateus de Ligt, Nassau Mazraoui, Lenny Euro, Joshua Zirkzee. And outgoings: Alvaro Fernandez has gone to Benfica, Amari Forson has gone to Monza, Mason Greenwood has gone to Marseille, Willy Kambala has gone to Villarreal, Hannibal Mejbri has gone to Burnley, Facundo Palestri has gone to Panathinaikos, Donny van der Beek has gone to Girona, Rafael Varane has gone to Como, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka has gone to West Ham. United are working around the clock to get further deals over the line before 11 p.m. tonight. They could theoretically complete 6 more transfers in and out if everything falls into place. Here, football writer Tyrone Marshall shares his thoughts on the proposed move for Raheem Sterling, which is still pending. A player United weren't seriously looking at a week ago, and one who doesn't naturally fit into their plans, but could be viewed as an opportune signing. Chelsea are just desperate to get rid of him, and a swap deal involving Jadon Sancho and Sterling is a possibility. It's going to be a saga that stretches out during deadline day, and you feel it has to end with Sancho and Sterling getting new clubs. We just don't know where. Outgoings have been a particular theme for United this summer, with Ineos sanctioning some high-profile departures. Scott McTominay is almost certain to follow suit at some point before 11 p.m, and there's still a chance that Jadon Sancho could leave amid interest from Chelsea and Juventus. However, even though the window closes tonight, there is further scope for United to sell beyond the cut-off point. Shirt numbers available for deadline day signings. Scott McTominay will free up the number 39 shirt as and when he completes his move to Napoli, and Jadon Sancho could do likewise with the number 25 shirt if he leaves before 11 p.m. Here are the shirt numbers available to Manuel Ugarte and other potential deadline day signings. Number 13, 19, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. Manuel Ugarte has to be announced by United today, and that deal is on track, as is Scott McTominay's move to Napoli. The more intriguing deadline with Ugarte is 12 p.m. rather than 11 p.m. United have to register Ugarte by noon for him to be eligible for selection against Liverpool. It's gone quiet on Raheem Sterling, and people at United sounded tepid on him yesterday. That could change, of course, especially as United want to sell Jadon Sancho today. There has been a lot of noise around Ivan Toney all summer, and none of it has come from United, which is why the dedicated correspondents haven't written anything about him news-wise. United has spent more than 100 million on two strikers in the last 13 months. Not everyone has been able to read between the lines on Toney. United are looking to arrange loan moves for academy duo Eli Harrison and Sonny I can't pronounce that. Al-Jafri. There could also be some work experience loans similar to the ones arranged in the winter transfer window. Juventus are one of the teams tracking Jadon Sancho ahead of today's deadline. The Italian team has been keen to bring the England international to Turin, with various reports insisting that they had agreed personal terms. However, Tutto Mercato Web has reported that the Italian giants have turned their attention to Bayer Leverkusen's Amin Adli. Should Juventus make a move for the 24-year-old, it would end their pursuit on Sancho, but they already have pulled away anyway because they were only looking for a loan deal, and that's not what we were after. This is a surprising one, and one that could impact Manchester United on deadline day. Early this morning, reports from Sky Italy claimed that Saudi Pro League side Al Ahly had agreed a deal to sign Victor Osimhen. Now, the Mirror are reported that they have also agreed a deal to sign Ivan Toney. A 40 million fee is said to be settled on. Both players are look set to move away from Europe. What a waste of talent. 9 players tipped to sign for United. Deadline day is here, and clubs across England are scattering around about seeking one final transfer before the window closes until January. With that in mind, we've taken a look at the odds to see who United are being backed to sign on deadline day via Sky Bet. Ben Chilwell is a 11-8 favourite. Jared Branthwaite is 7-1 second favourite. Dominic Calvert-Lewis, why we're linked with him, I have no idea. 16-1 fourth favourite. Anthony Gordon 25-1 fifth favourite. Bruno Guimaraes 25-1 fifth favourite. Eberechi Eze 33-1 seventh favourite. Victor Gorkas 33-1 sixth favourite. And Victor Osimhen 50-1 seventh favourite. Even though that we've only been linked with Ben Chilwell, Jared Branthwaite, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Eberechi Eze very loosely, and I think Victor Gorkas very loosely. So that doesn't make quite a lot of sense, to be honest. Now then, this. Oh, what is going on? Why does it keep moving around? Just bear with me. Now then, this could be the deadline day move to keep an eye on, following news that Al Ahly were moving for both Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. It now seems that the Saudi Pro League side won't be able to sign both. According to Kava Soekol, Al Ali did not have two slots available for foreign players unless one of them is under 21. Saudi Pro League clubs are permitted 10 foreign players. They also do not have the budget for both, one to keep an eye on. Oh, so one of them's going to lose out, and it's probably going to be, no offence, Ivan Toney. Fabrizio Romano has given the latest on Raheem Sterling with Arsenal, reportedly now in the mix to complete a shock deadline day move. United have been linked with the Chelsea man for the last few days, but a move now seems unlikely. Arsenal are now said to be discussing a possible move for Sterling. Internally, he looks set to leave Chelsea before the 11 p.m. deadline. Arsenal are discussing internally about Raheem Sterling, as the opportunity has been offered again this morning. Chelsea want to find a solution for Raheem, as he won't be included in squad again if he stays. Enzo Marseca said Sterling assessing options to decide soon. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United are cutting it fine to conclude the signing of Manuel Ugarte from PSG in time to feature in the Premier League visit of Liverpool on Sunday. A £42.3 million fee has been agreed with PSG and the 23-year-old to undergo his medical ahead of the deal. However, for him to feature for Sunday's game with Liverpool, he must be registered by 12 noon today, which I don't believe he has. So we'll have to look at that. Liverpool boss Arne Slot has admitted that he doesn't expect new Liverpool signing Federico Chiesa to make his debut in the weekend's Premier League clash against Manchester United. United host Liverpool at Old Trafford on Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. kickoff. While Chiesa was registered in time for the game, he may not feature. He said via the Liverpool Echo, "He is going to train with us today, but there is a bigger chance that he isn't involved than he is. But if injuries come up in the next 2 days, then we might need him. I don't expect him to be in, but I can't guarantee it." A potential move for Ivan Toney before the deadline day could hinge on a decision made by Saudi side Al Ali. The club are said to have deals lined up for both Victor Osimhen and Toney, but according to Fabrizio Romano, they will only sign one of the two strikers. Who they will go for will have an impact on other clubs showing their interest in the two. This is according to Fabrizio Romano. Understand Al Ali will only sign one between Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. This is the current plan. Chelsea are still working in the background for Victor Osimhen in case he doesn't give final green light to Al Ali. A deal that will see Raheem Sterling arrive at Manchester United is now unlikely to materialise, with Arsenal emerging as the likeliest destination for the winger. United held exploratory talks with Chelsea owner over the winger on Tuesday, but discussions mean that a deal is now unlikely. A move to Arsenal or staying at Chelsea now look like the most likely outcomes for the winger before 11 p.m. deadline. Well, he's not going to be playing much football, is he, if he stays there? Manchester United are edging closer to a deal with Chelsea for Jadon Sancho, according to Slow Sports News. It is said that Chelsea first need to offload players to be able to complete a deal, but both permanent and loan options are being discussed. United are open to letting Sancho go this summer without bringing a replacement to the club. Manchester United have confirmed that young goalkeeper Aylin Harrison has moved to Chester FC on a season-long loan. The 18-year-old spent last season with the club's under-21s and under-18s teams, and it is hoped that his first experience of senior football will aid his development. He will spend the next 12 months with the National League side. European League draw. Amid the hectic business in the transfer window, today sees Manchester United learn their opponents for the Europa League phase today. The draw will take place in Monaco at 12 p.m. local time, with Erik ten Hag's men in Pot 1, with the likes of Roma, Ajax, Tottenham. Pot 2 sees Real Sociedad and Lyon. Pot 3 has Galatasaray, and Pot 4 has Athletic Club. We will bring you the draw in full later. Manuel Ugarte will not be registered in time for this weekend's Premier League clash against Liverpool, with the 12 p.m. deadline passing. United are still finalising the final details of his move from PSG. Clubs had until 12 p.m. today to register players for them to be available for the weekend's matches. Darmish Sheth of Slow Sports News. Manchester United still finalising move for Manuel Ugarte from PSG. Transfer remains on track. It is understood he won't be available for Sunday's game against Liverpool, as the midday registration deadline has passed. Former United loanee Sofian Amrabat is set to join up with former Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho at Fenerbahce, according to Sky in Italy. The midfielder spent last season on loan at Old Trafford from Fiorentina, but United decided not to take up the option to make the transfer permanent this summer, instead moving for Manuel Ugarte. It is now reported that Amrabat is travelling to Turkey to undergo a medical with Fenerbahce ahead of a move. Our chief business of football writer Dave Powell has given an update on United's transfer business. For United, PSR had become an issue they had to be mindful of at the end of the most recent financial year, although there was confidence that they had done enough in terms of player trading to avoid any issues. That is likely the case, but the challenge is that the club has needed to invest in new talent this summer in order to kickstart the Sir Jim Ratcliffe grand plan, and that very much centres on a return to Champions League football. Additions this summer, presuming the arrival of Manuel Ugarte from PSG for around 42 million, being that United have spent around 181 million in terms of outlay, not including add-ons that may arise in the coming seasons. That, based on 5-year deals, amounts to an annual amortised cost on the books of 36.3 million, but the club's revenues remain strong and growth is expected to arrive. That, allied with the fact that they have managed to pull in some 60.7 million in terms of pure profit from the sales of academy products like Scott McTominay, Willie Kambala, Mason Greenwood, Facundo Palestri and Hannibal Mejbri, money that can be accounted for in its entirety for the 24-25 financial year, as well as profit now realised on Aaron Wan-Bissaka through his 15 million move to West Ham, with United having already cleared his 45 million guaranteed sum from when he arrived in 2019, means that the club has little to be concerned about with PSR. United will be easy over a Jadon Sancho move to Chelsea. It wouldn't move the needle for them hugely, rather than reducing the wage bill. They don't need it to happen, but doing it now would allow them to continue planning effectively in the transfer windows that follow, potentially allowing to strengthen in January. That was actually quite interesting. Jadon Sancho has given the green light to a move to Chelsea on deadline day, according to Fabrizio Romano. United and the Blues remain in talks over a potential deal, with Juventus said to be on standby. According to Fabrizio Romano, Jadon Sancho gives total green light to Chelsea move, is keen on joining Chelsea project. Talks are taking place between Chelsea and Man United. Deal currently on. Juventus in complete standby since yesterday. Toney arrives for medical. Sky Sports have captured images of Ivan Toney arriving in central London for his medical with Saudi side Al Ali. United were among teams credited with the interest in the Brentford striker this summer after he was left out of the squads for the season opening games, but it now seems that he is closing in on a move to Saudi Arabia. Dude, that's a mistake, man. United Sporting Director Dan Ashworth has admitted that there are conversations going on over possible transfers ahead of the 11 p.m. deadline. United are working on a deal for Manuel Ugarte, who is expected to join. The club are also working on a deal that would see Jadon Sancho leave, with Chelsea heavily linked. Speaking to the Times, Ashworth said that he has had missed calls during the Europa League draw. Dan Ashworth, who was at the draw for Manchester United on transfers, I had a few missed calls during the day. During the draw, I kept nudged from Sir Dave Brailsford. My phone was vibrating. Let's see what happens. The window is still open and we have some conversations going, and that's according to Charlotte Dunker, who I've never heard of. Erik ten Hag is currently speaking on his pre-match press conference ahead of this weekend's clash against Liverpool. Unsurprisingly, he has been asked about transfers, and more specifically Jadon Sancho. Here's what he had to say. He is playing on squad and we're happy with him. We need a good squad. We need depth. We have to play many games until January. After the break, we play every third. So we need options. When asked if he will stay at United, as I know, yeah. So I don't know what's really going on with that then. It's not just United where the transfer drama is happening on deadline day. Jadon Makoma closing on a move to Brentford from Southampton. Nottingham Forest goalkeeper Matt Turner is headed to Crystal Palace on loan. West Ham have agreed a deal in principle with PSG for midfielder Carlos Soler. Nottingham Forest have agreed a deal for the signing of West Ham's James Ward-Prowse. Sam Johnson has completed his $10 million move from Crystal Palace to Wolves. Ex-Manchester United player. Manchester United have agreed a fee rising to £30 million for Scott McTominay, although it was reported early in the week that the deal had been struck for $25.4 million. The final fee had not been settled on, and it is understood that the deal's add-ons increase it to $30 million. The final fee of $30 million makes McTominay the fifth joint highest sale in United's history, along with Daniel James, who joined Leeds United for $25 million, rising to $30 million in 2021. United have been credited with an interest in Chelsea midfielder Carney Chukwuemeka, according to Slow Sports News. The former Villa man is yet to make an appearance for Chelsea under Enzo Maresca and could move on before the 11 p.m. deadline. United are in talks with Chelsea over a possible deal for Jadon Sancho, but it seems that Chukwuemeka's name came up too. Darmish Chef reports that United have explored the possibility of signing the midfielder in a separate deal for that of Sancho. As it stands, Jadon Sancho's proposed move to Chelsea from Manchester United is a standalone deal. However, it's understood United have explored a possible move for Chelsea midfielder Carney Chukwuemeka in a separate deal. And that's according to Darmish Chef of Slow Sports News. That's some weird thing about private jets. Not really bothered about that. Anthony transfer stance. Anthony will not be leaving United this transfer window, despite links with the deadline day move to Real Betis. Reports over the last hour or so have suggested that the Spanish side were showing an interest in the United winger, but Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that he will not be making the move and wishes to stay at United. Anthony Real Betis on loan is not happening despite reports. He wants to stay at Manchester United. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea have submitted an official bid for Jadon Sancho, according to Fabrizio Romano. It is said that the Blues have offered to sign the winger on an initial loan deal with a total package higher than that offered by Juventus. Sancho is also said to be open to joining Chelsea. Chelsea submit official bid to Manchester United for Jadon Sancho. Understand it's an initial loan proposal similar to terms offered by Juventus, but total package higher. Sancho open and keen to joining Chelsea, so up to the clubs and Manchester United to decide. So what happened to the obligation to buy then? United and Chelsea held talks over a possible move for Carney Chukwuemeka this week, according to the Guardian's Jacob Steinberg, but they seem to have stalled with the player keen to play regular football, something that he won't be granted should he move to United before the deadline. Manchester United have held talks with Chelsea over Carney Chukwuemeka this week. Potential for it to be part of the Sancho deal or a separate transfer. As it stands, talks between the clubs and Chukwuemeka haven't progressed. The midfielder wants regular football. I don't need to go on about his betting odds. The Telegraph are now reporting that Chelsea have made an offer for United for Jadon Sancho. The Blues are keen to sign the winger on loan. That's fine. Chelsea and United are expected to reach an agreement for Jadon Sancho before 11 p.m. deadline, according to The Athletic. The winger looks set to leave the club before the end of the window, with Chelsea now looking like the most likely destination. He is said to be keen on a move to Stamford Bridge, where he will become the 12th new arrival this summer. Chelsea have been busy yet again. Chelsea offered Carney Chukwuemeka to United as part of negotiations for Jadon Sancho, according to the Times. Although United are unlikely to accept the player as part of the deal, Chelsea are said to have emerged as front runners to sign Sancho, with the offer better financially for United than the offer from Juventus. Chelsea are making progress in talks to sign Jadon Sancho on loan with an obligation to buy for Manchester United on transfer deadline day. Sancho has been left out of United's squads for both their Premier League games so far, and Chelsea's interest in the winger picked up momentum earlier this week. United have been open to a sale of Sancho all summer, despite Erik ten Hag welcoming him back into the squad and insisting a line had been drawn under their dispute last season. The Manchester Evening News understands talks are progressing between Chelsea and over Sancho, and he would welcome a move to Stamford Bridge on loan with an obligation to buy it if a deal is completed. The summer transfer window shuts at 11 p.m, which is now closed. United Sporting Director Chief Dan Ashworth hinted there is still transfer activity going on at Old Trafford today. United are expected to unveil Manuel Ugarte as their fifth signing of the summer soon, while Scott McTominay's Napoli switch is due to be completed before the 11 p.m. deadline. Jadon Sancho is also nearing an exit to Chelsea, while reports suggest that Carney Chukwuemeka could move the other way. Speaking at today's Europa League draw, Ashworth said, "I had a few missed calls during the draw. I kept getting nudged from Sir Dave Brailsford. My phone was vibrating. Let's see what happens. The window is still open and we have some conversations going on." Yeah, we already know about that, so I can skip that. Add about Harrison going on a loan to Chester FC. According to Slow Sports News, Chelsea have now formally tabled their offer for Jadon Sancho. Manchester Evening Sport understands that the proposed loan deal with an obligation to buy. Juventus have expressed an interest regarding a loan deal for Sancho earlier this week. However, it seems Chelsea now have stolen the march in the transfer race ahead of tonight's 11 p.m. deadline. Speaking in his press conference earlier today, Erik ten Hag said he anticipated Sancho to stay at Old Trafford. Don't know about that. Sport Italia had claimed United hold an interest in Lille and Kosovo winger Edon Zagrova, but set to be disappointed. It was thought that the onus is on Lille to stump up demands before United consider a possible late move, and reports in Italy state that the French club have said no to a deal. The 25-year-old has scored 3 goals in 4 Champions League qualifying matches this season, having registered 12 goals and 10 assists in 37 outings last term. And that's according to Fabrizio Romano. Alger 03, academy star Sonny Al-Jafri has joined League Two outfit Accrington Stanley on a season-long loan. Manchester Evening News Sport reported earlier this week that United were keen to organise a spell away for the 19-year-old to help him gain first-team experience. This is the defender's second loan spell, having spent a stint at National League side Altrincham last season. I don't need to regurgitate Sterling move to United unlikely. Yep. Where's the next thing? It's just going to be filled with Jadon Sancho nonsense, isn't it? According to Slow Sports News, if Chelsea cannot agree a deal for Sancho this evening, then the winger will stay at United. A move to Juventus is no longer believed to be a possibility for the Englishman, and it is now all or nothing for Sancho. It is believed that United will be happy to see Sancho stay at the club if he cannot agree a move to Stamford Bridge. Our chief United reporter, Samuel Luckhurst, has provided the latest on Sancho's move to Chelsea this evening. Remember, tonight's deadline is 11 p.m. UK time. Talks between Man United and Chelsea on Sancho ongoing, with a focus on a loan deal with an obligation to buy. United have deliberately avoided doing deals for senior players this summer that are temporary transfers. I don't need to go on about why Chelsea want him, because I couldn't really care less. United have completed the deal to bring Seko Kone to the club. The Mali Youth International has joined from Guiders FC and will enjoy the academy set up at Carrington. Meanwhile, the Reds have signed goalkeeper Hubert Grayskick following his release from Arsenal. United's move to bring 2 youngsters in is further proof of Ineos's commitment to looking towards the future to spend money. To say Kone is joining United's academy, the Reds gave him a big welcome on their social profiles, which suggests they see a big future for him at Old Trafford. But for Ineos, this is some sort of deals that they have always been wanting to do, and they will be delighted to sign 2 players who can continue who could be future first team stars. According to Slay Sports News, Sancho's move to Stamford Bridge is in United's hands. It is believed that it is up to the Reds if they want to let Sancho leave, and it is up to the winger if he wants to move to the capital. Don't need to know about that. McTominay's exit to Napoli has been completed. The midfielder has been pictured signing his contract in Naples. The deal is done. Oh, that feels so weird seeing McTominay in a Napoli kit. I never thought he was ever going to leave United. That just feels weird. Yep. It's just the same things over and over and over. Yeah, so I'm not going to keep regurgitating that stuff until it's something concrete. Manchester Evening News Sports understand James Nolan is set to sign for Scottish Premiership side. Oh, they didn't actually put the club in there. They just put his name in again. There's got to be some better proof riders. So it's a Scottish Premiership club. Couldn't tell you which one because they decided to put his name in where the club's name should be. On a season-long loan deal, the 18-year-old right-back has made 47 appearances for the under-18s and is yet to make a senior appearance for the Reds. This move will conclude United's academy business this summer. This is what Ugarte had said to PSG supporters ahead of his transfer away to United. Dear PSG supporters, today it is time for me to say goodbye to you. With mixed feelings, I can't help but thank you for all of your support you've given me. Your encouragement, your passion, and your marks of unconditional support have made each moment unique. It is a pity that my time at the club could not live up to my expectations. I arrived with a lot of hope and desire to succeed, but sometimes things don't go as planned. Nevertheless, I leave with wonderful memories and precious lessons that I will always cherish. I also thank my teammates, the technical staff, and all of the people who are part of this club. Although my adventure here is ending, I wish you for the best for the future. Thank you for everything. Because Gata is just class. We need official. There, that's the official bit. There we go. Uh, it is now fully official and complete, and official from Manchester United's part. Ugarte's first words as a United player, speaking to United's official club website after completing his deal to move to Old Trafford. Ugarte has said, "It is an incredible feeling to join a club of this magnitude, one that is admired all around the world. The project that the football leadership discussed with me is extremely exciting. Manchester United is an ambitious club, and I am an ambitious player. The passion of the supporters is something that is very important to me. I know how incredible United fans are, and I cannot wait to experience Old Trafford. I'm someone who is determined to succeed. I will sacrifice and give everything for my teammates. Together we will fight to win trophies and reach the level where this club needs to be." According to Fabrizio Romano, United have agreed a loan deal with an obligation to buy approach from Chelsea for Sancho. The deal has been agreed and is ready to be signed off. Manchester Evening News Sport understand talks are still continuing between both sides. The summer transfer window slams shut at 11 p.m. But if a deal sheet is submitted before the window closes, the teams will have until 1 a.m. to get the deal done. According to Slow Sports News, Sterling is very close to joining Arsenal before the window slams shut. The players' representatives and lawyers are now taking part in negotiations, and it is believed to be confidence that the deal will be completed. Speaking after Ugarte was announced, Ashraf explained the move for the PSG man. He said, "Signing Manuel was another of our primary targets for the summer. He is among the very best ball-winning midfield players in the world and has an excellent record at both club and international level. His qualities, experience and passion will be a great complement to our strong group of midfielders. Manuel is a player we've watched closely and we are excited to see the positive impact he will make on the pitch and in the dressing room as we continue to strive for success." don't need to go over that again. It's just regurgitating stuff that's already been said. According to Fabrizio Romano, United are set to receive £25 million from Chelsea for Sancho in 2025, with the obligation to buy is met. Manchester Evening News Sport understand Chelsea are close to completing the deal for Sancho. The winger is believed to be a boyhood Chelsea fan too. Of course he is. He's full of you-know-what. And 11 p.m. has rolled round. The transfer window is shut. It is now currently 11:40. That's the summer transfer window shut. United's business for the summer is now over, but we wait to hear news on Sancho's future. Chelsea move. Remember, if the Blues have submitted a deal sheet, they will have until 1 a.m. to complete the transfer. I don't need to go for that because McTominay's left. According to Sky Sports News, a deal sheet has been submitted and confirmed by the Premier League for Sancho's move to Chelsea. The London club now have until 1 a.m. to get the deal over the line. And that's pretty much it. So we'll have to wait and see when tomorrow morning rolls around. But that is going to be it for tonight, everyone. It's been a fairly hectic end to the summer transfer window. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to drop me a like on the video and share the video around. And if I have missed anything, please drop a comment down below and I'll have a look in for tomorrow's episode. And if you're new, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, tap the bell icon so you don't miss a video. And I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.